Good morning.
Hi.
It's Friday Eve.
Yeah, in fact,
for our friend Paula, who's probably already telling us.
She just commented it.
Yep.
60 and cloudy in Boyne Falls, by the way.
Awesome. Good to know. Yeah, a little bit of some cloud cover is hanging on over in Charlevoix, so that's believable.
Mm-hmm.
I believe you anyway, though, Paula.
We believe all of our friends on here,
Mm-hmm.
And we're looking ahead to Labor Day, just a few days away, Heather.
Yeah, it's right around the corner. Labor Day travel.
Yep.
That's a big one, but it looks like we'll be all right. No big weather issues.
That's nice to hear.
Yeah. But a little bit of some changes in the weather department tomorrow.
Okay.
We are looking at more active weather pattern tomorrow, but it'll be out of here before most of you are probably heading to your Labor Day plans.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't be
Ideally.
surprised if some people are leaving today, maybe tomorrow for some of their plans, so it'll be good information.
Yeah, we'll take a closer look. Any other thoughts before we get started with the weather quiz?
Not at this moment, no.
Okay, Mr. Brendan Kinney. If you have any thoughts, though,
I'll
always
let
let
you
us know.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, for sure.
Weather quiz this morning. So we're talking about hurricanes. Hurricanes occur in the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. What do you call a hurricane in the Mediterranean? Is it a hurricane? Is it a typhoon? Or is it a metacane?
We'll see if Heather reveals where she got this idea from.
I will share with my friends on Facebook.
Okay.
I'll pull the curtain back. But just know, I look at various places for fun weather quiz ideas.
I would do the same if I was in your shoes.
I
yeah.
know, and I like to keep them creative too. So to keep some variety without just doing the same old,
Yeah.
I try my best, whether that's on the internet or TV shows. So we'll get into that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brendan was laughing at it.
I got a kick out of it.
Yeah, and our assistant news director watches the same show, so she knows. All right, here's a look at our radar and satellite over the past few hours. We started off a rather dreary start here, but we're starting to see our cloud cover moving out of here a little bit quicker than what even Stormcast has been showing. We are hanging on to cloud cover, though, closer to the shoreline of the Great Lakes. So from Manistee, even Mason and Oceana counties hanging on to some cloud cover all the way up north, and then on the eastern side too. So if you're closer to Alpena, could be waking up to more cloud cover this morning. Over the next few hours of our day, high pressure will move in. We will see decreasing cloud cover throughout the day. So mostly dry conditions, quiet weather, a light breeze out of the southeast or east. And then by tonight, we'll end with some clear skies, but then overnight, we'll see increasing cloud cover. Around this time tomorrow morning, that's where we're tracking our next system. We have the chance to see a strong to severe storm, although not very likely. The chance is there, and it does look like these cells will be a little bit disorganized. If they have a chance to organize themselves, that's where we could see a stronger storm. So that's what 9 a.m. looks like. Mainly west first, that will move more to the eastern side. The eastern side, I'll show you the marginal risk too, but that's where we have that bigger chance for a stronger storm. So closer to 1 or 2 o'clock, that's where we'll see a cell mainly over Presque Isle County, and then some stronger storms maybe south of Alpena into the early part of the afternoon and evening. And then by later tomorrow night, a lot of that rain will move out. We'll start to see clearing already, and so that drier start to the Labor Day weekend forecast. So I'll show you the SPC and what they have us under. From Alpena County south, that line kind of on the edge of our very southern edge of our viewing area too, down the northern lower, is that marginal risk stretching all the way downstate. And I know we have downstate friends too, so you're under that same severe weather threat as well. This is a level 1 out of 5, so it's on the lower end. No tornado chances tomorrow. We're not under any percentage of that. Hail is also on the lower end too, so we could see some hail, but it does look like the wind will be the main threat. So we could be dealing with a few power outages again tomorrow if the winds do move through like we think they are. That will be the main thing though, is power lines, trees, and wind damage. But although it's not very likely, they don't look very organized right now, but I still want to talk about that threat because that is a possibility. Now, Labor Day weekend forecast is looking nice if you're traveling on Saturday, 74 to 82. Sunday, we are looking at showers. It looks like mainly early in the day and mainly north, and cooler temperatures, 66 to around 75. And then we'll look at a more comfortable, cooler day on Labor Day on Monday. Plenty of sunshine. I even have a mostly sunny icon in there. I think we're hardly going to see clouds, though. but I have it in there just in case because there are some spots that could see a few fair weather clouds, but 65 to 72. It's looking nice and dry, no weather issues. Now, if you're hoping to maybe do a bridge walk like the Mackinac Bridge Walk on Labor Day itself, looks nice. This should say, you can give me 1 second here. You'll see some behind the scenes work. But we did set the planner time for around 7 a.m. So we will start off with around, let's see, 65 degrees. It looks like our sky cover will cooperate at 7, hardly any clouds. And then we'll look at warming up a bit. And then by the afternoon, when you're all heading home from it, it looks like, because it'll end at about noon hour, we are looking at sunshine, 70 degrees. Again, hardly any clouds in the sky are expected for the bridge walk. And our wind will be light and variable. A westerly wind, it looks like, from about 8 to maybe 10 miles per hour. So especially if you're coming from the Mackinac City side, but even over in St. Ignace side. Same story there. No weather issues and pretty comfortable. You might need a light jacket, especially early on if you're going to go there when it starts at 7. 4-zone forecast highs today, 60s and 70s under a mostly sunny sky in the eastern upper peninsula. We'll stay partly to mostly sunny down the northern lower because we will deal with more cloud cover early on. Then we'll see more sunshine. 76 in Grayling, 74 in Mayo, 78 in Traverse City, and Fife Lake. 76, and we dealt with some early drizzle. A lot of that's already coming to an end, as I mentioned. A little bit warmer in Pentwater at 80, 75 in Ludington. Tonight, we'll cool off to around the 60s in the eastern upper, partly to mostly cloudy with that late cloud cover moving in. 63 in Petoskey, partly to mostly cloudy. Same story west of I-75. 67 in Traverse City tonight, 65 in Charlevoix. But we're talking mainly 60s up to the 70s. It'll be a bit warmer in Pentwater, only a 70-degree temperature for that low, and we'll mainly see a southeasterly wind tonight. The extended forecast, rain and thunderstorms tomorrow. That's our main weather story. And then quiet weather to start Labor Day weekend. Few showers Sunday, mainly north, and then Monday, Labor Day, looking great. I know we have a lot of outdoor plans, other bridge walks going on, not just the Mackinac Bridge one. That is the bigger one. There are smaller and even baby bridge walks that I have done for stories in the past here, and still no weather issues. It's going to be comfortable. And then it looks like next week, high pressure will stay overhead at least until Wednesday.
Yeah, if you don't want to deal with thousands of people.
Or the drive.
Yeah, depending on where you live. Yeah, kind of depends. But if you want to be on a smaller bridge, not around so many people, there are a lot of options in northern Michigan.
I got a little certificate last year. I went to the Charlevoix Bridge Walk.
Oh, okay.
And that was fun. And that's when I was training Trevor R. So he came with me. We drove all the way from Charlevoix back down to Benzie, because then Benzie had their bridge walk. So I was all over northern Michigan last Labor Day. But
I wonder if Rogers City is having any events. I don't know.
I think they might have a small one.
You have to let us know, Paul.
I think that's the most unique part about northern Michigan is we all have our smaller bridge walks for Labor Day.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, Paul, let us know. He's at least at the top of my list. I don't know about Gibbs' list.
Okay, well, Gib, let us know. Gib is taking a nap back there.
Oh, the app just closed apparently on Gibbs' end.
Okay, well now it's up to Brendan.
Well, we have Christopher reporting 66 in clouds in Farmington Hills. Mark watching from Mayo, 60 degrees there. Chris watching from Chicago. Kathy is chiming in. Susan Q's at the wheel, so Kathy's doing the typing. And Kathy said it's 62 and cloudy. We just saw a bear run across the road by old M72. They're on their way to Traverse City for Weight Watchers. So Kathy said it's her very first bear she's ever seen in the wild, and she's been up here, as in northern Michigan, for 14 years full time.
Yeah, I've heard other reports of the bears being out.
Yeah.
Even in Grand Traverse County just the other day too. So that is believable. They're out, they're hungry.
And hoping to see you soon, Kathy and Susie Q. Paula, we read her comment. Appreciate your loyal viewership, Paula. Joel watching from the Pleasanton Patriots Pub, 65 degrees and cloudy. And he also said Michigan Wolverines football Saturday. Go blue. Thank you for keeping us up to date with sports, Joel. I would not have known that.
I did know that, but I don't know if we're going to be watching it or not. We'll see.
He's guessing Medicane, and he's going to miss the Brethren fireworks because of U of M football.
I think that's an okay excuse, though.
Joel said they have a causeway walk on M22 in Arcadia. And who else do we have watching here?
I'm going to make a note of that, though, because we will probably be writing up other bridge walks for Monday. So for Miss Sarah.
Thank you, Joel. Christopher is guessing typhoon for the quiz question. Christopher is saying nice blue dress, Heather, and he commented on his comment, the black trim, definitely a nice touch.
Thank you. Yeah, this is about as crazy as I get.
What else do we have here? Kathy saying, Heather, when you say active, do you mean stormy?
Yes. And active meaning rain, because if it's quiet, that means high pressure is overhead. So when we say a quiet weather pattern, for most meteorologists, it just means sunny, not much going on, not active. Once it's storming and rainy, active. And that's why we have the strong to severe weather chance too. And that's when, changing weather pattern is used as well.
And Kathy's guessing typhoon. So is Nancy. I think I read Joel's guess, Medicane. Amy watching from Oxbowopolis. Hopefully I'm saying that right.
Where is that?
I can't remember where Amy is. Amy, refresh my memory. I'm sorry.
It's a very interesting town name.
Yeah, we'd love to know.
Town, village, or whatever.
All right, what's going on in the Kinney household here downstate? So my mom's watching, saying happy Friday Eve. Hey, Mom. She said, nice day yesterday and nice breeze to walk by Benji. Hope everyone is doing well and love watching my favorite morning show. Thanks, Mom.
Thank you, Christine. We love the support.
The best way to start the day.
I mean, we're biased, but I agree.
My earpiece is dying, the battery's dying, just so you know. Paula said, Horton Bay Candlelight Bridge Walk is at dusk in Horton Bay on Labor Day. There's another one for you, Heather. Thanks, Paula.
Write that down. Horton Bay, is that what
Yep, Horton Bay. Paula's guessing typhoon, by the way. And Christopher said that he saw that Frankenmuth will have a bridge walk.
Yeah, it's a little out of our viewing area, but for those of you who watch from downstate, that's good information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Kathy is thanking you, Heather, for the explanation.
Yeah. That way, if you hear me saying that, Joe saying that, Trevor saying that, that's just our way of saying weather in a different way, instead of just, using the same sayings. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like we're all caught up.
Okay, well, so we're talking about something that's very active, but also it's rare. It's a rare event, doesn't happen often. So hurricanes that occur in Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, they occur in the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. What do you call a hurricane that's in the Mediterranean?
I was guessing hurricane because I've never heard of a Medicane, and I knew that typhoons are in the Pacific.
Yeah, you did know about the typhoons, but I put that in there to throw people for a loop just in case. Yeah, it's called a Medicane because it is a blend between a hurricane in the Mediterranean. So they just blended those together.
And you learned this where, Heather?
Well, we'll talk about weather quiz standings first because that's important information. The only person that got it right was our Facebook viewer today, which was Susan. So claps for Susan. She got that one. 2 for 4 for our Facebook viewers this week. And then Brendan's 2 for 4, Director Gibb and producer Sarah's 1 for 4. And I think Director Gibb didn't want me to finish that because he hit the space bar. So I learned this information because I was watching Below Deck, which is on Peacock and not sponsored, but it is a reality TV where it's Below Deck Mediterranean right now, and they're in the Mediterranean chartering guests on super yachts, and they were in the Mediterranean trying to leave, and then there was a Medicane and they couldn't leave, and it just started dumping rain. Like it was going to flood the yacht because there was like a leak in it, and then they also had to stay on the dock. It was very rainy, so they tried to go to a winery, and then all the roads were flooded. So it produced a lot of rain in a little amount of time, but Medicanes are the Mediterranean hurricanes.
It's good
So
to
I learned a
know.
little something. I don't focus a whole lot on, you know, a whole lot of other climatology often, since we're kind of hyper-focused in the, you know, United States in general. But I do know other hurricanes and other areas. Like, I did have to look at Australia quite a bit when I was in college in tropical meteorology class. But the Mediterranean, we didn't focus a whole lot on. So I did a little bit of research. But yeah, I watched my reality TV and got a little weather knowledge too.
I learn a lot about other cultures and things with the reality shows that I watch.
Yeah.
You can get the entertainment and a little bit of information sprinkled in here and there.
Yeah.
And get a weather quiz out of it sometimes.
Yeah, I always look for fun new quizzes. So I always take notes on my phone.
Joel's talking about a music festival that I'm not even going to try to pronounce, but you can look at it yourself. It's in Arcadia this weekend.
Oh, I think I saw that on Facebook.
And people holding themselves accountable. And I guess we'll talk about what's going on tomorrow. It involves baby
My
alpacas.
favorite animals ever.
Little
These
baby
are
alpacas,
the little
yeah.
babies. I love when Madison does animal live shots, but more specifically alpacas.
And so there's going to be some free family fun this weekend. It's in Benzie County, by the way. And her live reports start in our 6 o'clock hour, Heather.
Yep, at 6:15 and 6:45, pretty much on the dot. Sarah runs a tight ship, so
She does. Yeah.
if you ever want to try to tune in, if you sleep in a little bit later than 6, you can catch them at 6:15 or 6:45. But we'll be here 4:30 to 7 if you'd like to watch us live on upnorthlive.com. If you're not up that early, we understand. You can always go back and watch it, though.
Yep.
And then we always have updated weather on the website at upnorthlive.com/weather. So if you're ever wondering about the weather here, we try to keep that updated as much as possible.
And it looks like, yeah, we're still caught up on comments. So
Awesome.
appreciate you joining us on this Thursday. And hopefully you can join us for the Friday edition. You'll be here, Heather, right?
I'll
you
be
don't plan
here.
on going anywhere?
You'll be here.
Gib will be here.
Gib will
as far
be
as I
here.
know.
Sarah will be here
Yesterday
earlier.
he said, see you Monday, so I don't know what the deal was
I don't
with
know
that.
what that was about, because he didn't tell me that.
And my earpiece is not working, so I
He's not saying anything to me right now. Maybe he's busy.
could be.
Yeah,
Well, we'll be here,
we will.
and we hope that you can join us too.
And if you're not here, maybe you're traveling for Labor Day already, have a fun and safe Labor Day weekend. Otherwise, we'll see you back here tomorrow morning. Have a good one.